had to completely change my setup for this because the cat was not going to hang out on the desk with me, but she will hang out if there's a window. So yeah. Hi, Mark. Hi, Teddy. I have no idea who else, if anyone, is gonna wake up this early and show up and watch this. But I just figured I needed to dive back in and start doing stuff on this channel again. I know it's been a long time, and I do have some reasons for that. Hi, Angle. It's fun to see. I feel like a lot of us are night owls, so it's fun to see who the early risers are. It's a different crowd. Yeah, my bait for getting the cat to stay here is having the window open. So what's been what's been going on with me is, well, I feel like there's a number of things. When was it? In February, I got a new job, but that job was kind of a disaster. Long story short, it only lasted a month. I feel like there were mistakes made on my part and the part of my employers. I don't want to get into it too much. But it was really bad and really fast, and it really shook my confidence. And then after that, I got another job that I still have, and I'm already like training people and whatnot. So that one's going well. But and then I switched from a morning shift to an evening shift on that, and then right at the beginning of well, not at the beginning, I guess I'd been there March, April, yeah, a month. So Jack's here. Calico. Hey. Jack's here. But I used to have 3 dogs. And you only see Jack because he's really like the one that hangs out with me in my live stream. But I had 2 other dogs, Froggy and Skylar. And Froggy died 2 years ago, I think, at the age of 18. So he was an old little guy. And then this April, Skylar died. What type of job is it? I am a video ingest technician. I'm converting analog video into digital format, so like in like a high production, high speed environment. So trying to get as many out as possible. It's interesting. It's very technical and kind of mindless, but I do like it. I like the fact that I get to leave it at work is one really cool thing. Because the job I was previously doing was more like marketing centric, and I was taking it home all the time, and then so I like this job more, but the changing from like a morning schedule to an afternoon schedule, it was a hard adjustment for me to make. But yeah, Skylar passed away on April 1st. We think he had a brain tumor. He was starting to have seizures, and he went into like a seizure fit that wouldn't stop. And once you have seizures past a certain point, you start to get like permanent brain damage and whatnot in little dogs. And we knew like if we took him into the vet, because he was 15, so Froggy was 18 when he passed, and Skylar was 15. And we knew, like, because we already suspected he had brain tumor and stuff, that they'd put him down if we brought him in. But so we waited a bit, like maybe an hour, but when you're having seizures, it's just like the damage is getting worse and worse, and we didn't think he was coming out of it, so we took him in. I had to put him down, and that was a pretty traumatic way to lose a dog. I feel like Froggy was a lot slower. Whereas Skylar was like, you saw it coming, but it also but it's not fun to see them go through something like that. So not fun is a understatement, but yeah. So then I was dealing with a new job and the loss of the first job and the new job, and then my dog passing, and a few weeks later, we were trying to figure out what to do because it was really quiet in the house with just the one pet, and Jack was sad. He was just being a lot quieter than usual. But also Jack is a little bit of a territorial monster at times. Like you wouldn't think so because he's so sweet on the live streams. But hi Tony, nice to see you too. But Jack's weird about other dogs, and he's definitely like weird about like his food and his crate and whatnot. And he tends to like growl at different dogs as they work. So we're like, I don't know if Jack could deal with another dog, especially not one like that was bigger than him, because he needs to be top dog, and of course, Jack is already tiny. Jack is 12 pounds. Not by happenstance, Papillons are a small breed, but my other two dogs were 8 pounds and 4 pounds. So, thanks, Teddy. Yeah. So Jack had been the top dog, but if we got another dog, unless we got a Papillon, and also like all the, or a Papillon or another really small breed of dog, that Jack was probably not going to be top dog anymore, and we weren't sure we wanted to do that to him. Jack, actually, is kind of an old boy, too. He just turned 11. Yeah. Hi, Toaster George. So you're God Toaster on Discord now. I saw. Thanks for stopping by. And I understand the need to sleep. So yeah, Jack, we weren't sure that Jack was gonna be top dog. Like we're still thinking about getting a dog and another. I think my parents still want a Papillon. They just really love the breed. But it's kind of hard to get them nowadays. I think the demand for dogs during the pandemic shot up, and so the prices shot up, and I forget where I was going with that, but oh no, she jumped down. I'll get her back up in a minute. I have some like churros and treats and to lure her with. She's definitely not as like just content to just relax in the back of the stream as Jack. But yeah, long story short, Papillons were hard to get. I mean, we did look at shelter for dogs, but if we want a smaller dog than Jack, that's really hard. Also, my parents don't think they could handle a big dog. They're in there like my dad turned 70 in April, so yeah. So a couple weeks later, we were floating the idea of a cat. I had cats when I was a child. This is a different room. This is my childhood bedroom. I moved into my brother's bedroom after my brother went to California. This is the room, my childhood bedroom, and it's basically our guest room. So, but it's easier to figure out where the cat is in this room. So, than in the other room. But yeah, a couple weeks after Skylar, we were floating the idea of a cat, and there was a cat lounge not far from us that opened up last year that we figured, like, it's like basically like a cat cafe idea, but that one doesn't really have the cafe part. There's like a store underneath, but not with coffee and stuff, just with cat toys. But it's really like a room you can hang out with all the cats and see them. So we were like trying to figure out if we liked cats. We hadn't had cats since I was in middle school or element. Well, so we had 2 cats that were 6 when I was born. So they passed when I was, one passed when I was in elementary school and one passed when I was in middle school, the beginning of middle school, I think. Jack didn't overlap with any of the other cats. No, that was the end of high school. But we were floating the idea of a cat. We went to the cat lounge just to look, right? And we fell in love with the little black monster that was hanging out in the window not too long ago. And we brought her home about a few days later. We thought about it, but we were really sad about the idea of like going back to the cafe and her not being there. And then there was like introducing her to Jack. Taylor. Jeez. I have a churro. Now my hands got all messy. I'll get her in a minute. Taylor. Come here. I still feel like I call her like a dog sometimes. It doesn't work. Where's the toy? You gonna make me come down there and get you? But so I call her Taylor. Her name is actually Taylor Poe, and it's off of a little ghost story that that was a classic in my family growing up, and there's a number of reasons for that. If I can get her up here, Taylor, hey, sweetheart, come here. She's like under my feet. Hey, look at this. Yeah, you like this. Come on, up on the bed. Come on. Haley. Jack's like, I will eat the treat. I have treats for you too. Come on, Taylor, up. Okay, I'm just gonna get down and pick her up. She does not love being picked up. She is actually a very cuddly cat. She'll like cuddle with you at night and whatnot, but she doesn't love being picked up. So we'll see. And she knows I'm the one in the family that probably picks her up more than anyone else, so she's a little good at dodging too. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, good girl. Hey, Taylor. Yeah, this is Taylor Poe. So, and Taylor Poe is based off, this little ghost story that my dad used to torture us with as kids. But, there's a little bit of a resemblance there. And my dad loves the fact that she's named Taylor Poe. So, hey Taylor, want a churro? Yeah. Okay, Jack. I'll give you your treat too, but you can't eat the cat treat. So, she is obsessed with these things. They're, I feel like they're like Go-Gurt for cats. The vet used one when we had our first vet appointment, and she just was like, I will eat the churro and let the vet do whatever it wants to me. So yes, This is Taylipo. Yeah. I am sitting on her tail. Why'd you let me sit on your tail? Oh. So, she and Jack do mostly get along. I've even seen them cuddle before. But Jack will also get startled by her and chase her off the bed or chase her off things if she... I feel like they don't speak the same language, which makes sense because they're two different breeds of animal. But she'll like stare at him and won't blink, and I think he's like, that's a challenge. And then he like gets mad and snaps at her. He never actually bites her, and it's not that vicious, but he definitely can get her to leave when he wants to. Hi, Jack. So yes, yeah. I don't know what people want to do with this stream. We could suggest songs. So I just feel like there's been a lot going on in my life, and I let the YouTube channel. Oh, the other thing was I was looking at apartments because my job right now is really stable. That's also new. I felt a lot of the jobs I've had in the past have been more like freelance or very one client based, so a little hard to depend on. Like one major client that you're just like, I don't know if they'll stick around forever. But now my job's stable, so I was looking at apartments. And I mean, I have found ones that are within my budget, but I think I might just wait to get my like car paid off first. But yeah, so that's exciting too. I was debating moving in earlier, but I think I might wait till the fall. So yeah, there's definitely places around. Although I would miss these little creatures too. I feel like that's the other reason I'm stalling, is like right now these are my pets. And if I don't live here, then they're more my parents' pets. But I need to get a place of my own. My mom is also like, she was helping me look for apartments, and she's decided that I have to have a place that allows cats. I'm like, Mom, I don't have enough money for a cat yet, and like I have enough money for the apartment. I'm not sure I want to invest in a cat and an apartment at the same time, because those are two major steps. Even though I've bought a lot of stuff for this monster, but that's also, I'm not paying for an apartment right now. Okay, you want to go over here? We'll finish it over here. Okay. Yeah. So let her try to figure out how to squeeze it on her own. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like I'm moving into a place by myself at the moment. Like that's the plan. Which makes it a lot more expensive. Like at times I thought I'd be moving in with a roommate, but it didn't work out. So I mean, I can afford it, but like it's just close. So your brother and you are considering renting a place together? That's a good combo. My brother lives in California, so that's out. Also, he's married. And has, yeah, they just bought a duplex thing. Or part of a duplex. So they're moving up living positions too up there. You figuring out how to squeeze it yourself? she has a paw on it. She's a pretty smart kitty. But yeah, so there's just been a ton of stuff going on. I kept thinking I'd have time to post, like, I don't know what I thought. I do have time to post. I just haven't quite figured out the schedule yet still. And I think the longer you more time you spend away from, at least with me, the longer you spend away from the channel, the harder it is to come back, because it feels like there's so much pressure to come back big, or but at the same time, you know, the first few videos you make won't do well. So like you want to come back big, but if you and it gets more and more pressure, and I already have anxiety and stuff. So that was also part of the reason I was like, just do a live stream, just do something, get back on the channel in some form or another. So I've talked for a long time, probably more than I talk in most of these. I do have a guitar. I can play songs. Can you help? Yeah. Pets are easy to talk about. But yeah, I think I'm pretty used to the afternoon schedule at this point. I think if I find a consistent posting time on the weekend, I probably can't do every week. Might be able to do every other week. Yeah, I also feel like I was really after. I know, Teddy. I have a really bad, like, when I'm stressed, I tend to shut down. Especially like on social media. But you're right. I was talking to people on the Discord last night. I was like, wait, this is actually really fun. Why don't I do this more? I don't know. I just get. I feel like I assume when I'm bad at multitasking, for one thing. So at least I am at home. So when I like text people, I'm not usually doing anything else. Because if I start doing something else, I will keep doing the other thing, and they will be waiting hours to hear a response. So I'm really bad at multitasking, and I just assume when I start like a conversation with someone that I'm going to be there for several hours. And then I never feel like I have time to talk to people online. Which is wrong, because I do have time. But yeah, I'll work on it. It was really fun talking to a couple people on Discord last night. I was at work, but I was running longer tapes. So I was work. I just said I couldn't multitask, but I can't. The work's become pretty much second nature at this point. I've been there. It's a kind of repetitive job. And I've been there a few months. You witnessed my lack of focus. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Lack of focus. Yep. I mean, I've known I've had ADD since I was a really young child. So, yeah. Oh, I also went back on medication for that. I was like, what else messed me up? Like, so many things have just been changing around in my life. Yeah, no, I went back on. I don't know how much of this you're supposed to talk about on the internet, but I went back on. I'd been off ADD meds for a bit. Well, no, that's not true. I'd been on a really, really tiny dose. Because they used to like over medicate me, and I didn't like it. And I went on anxiety meds for the first time in a long time. And whenever your medications change, everything just kind of gets thrown off. I'm okay mentally most of the time. I'm really kind of bad. No, I wouldn't say I'm bad in a crisis exactly. It depends on the crisis. Like, in the moment, if there was like someone injured or something, like I can deal with that. If it's a long, drawn out thing, my anxiety goes nuts, and I don't cope well. Like I stop sleeping, I stop eating, and there's been a couple events. One was the job, losing the job, and in February, and there were a couple things that happened last year that I don't think I've told too many people about, but basically, like in the heat of the moment, like I just have really trouble getting out of crisis mode, and like my body's in fight or flight, and I can't sleep and I can't eat, and it goes on for like a week. So people recommended I go back on like anxiety meds so I have more of a baseline. So theoretically, when a crisis does happen, because eventually crises do happen, right? I mean, I would theoretically be better at dealing with that if I had like a baseline of anti-anxiety meds in my system. That's the idea anyway. Because there's been like, I don't know, 3 or 4 things this last few years. Yeah, but there's no impending crisis right now. Things at my job are going well. Things are going well. But yeah. So just everything's been, I feel like, not that any of these things are small things, they're not huge things like in the grand scheme of things, but when they all happen in close succession, it really messes you up. You like my pants? They're scales. They're like mermaid pants. My friends have these themed parties every basically once a month, and the theme this time is under the sea, so I'm going to that later. So yeah, I've got like mermaid pants, and this is the under. I just wear this as an accessory, to be honest. But the like I'll wear this under my clothes a lot because I'm like, oh, it makes the collar does cool thing. But it's a swimsuit. So yeah, this is like half of my under the sea outfit for that party. So yeah. You need more help? Don't eat the plastic. Yeah. Okay, you're not really eating the plastic. You worried me for a little bit because it was all folded down. Yeah. Okay. That's most of the spiel. That's most of the what's going on. There's probably other things, but I think that's enough. So yeah. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's actually like we play D&D at the beginning of the night, and then we like just hang out and have like a theme party. So some people come for the D&D session, and some people come for the end, like the themed party part. And my friends are such good hosts. I don't know how they like do this every month. They're freaking amazing. I'm like, I could never. But but since the D&D section happens on the first part of the day, it's like an all-day thing, practically. The first part of the day, we have like a list of themes, and we'll like roll a die to figure out the theme for the next party. So yeah. All right, but I could play you some songs if you want. I don't know if people want to suggest improv songs, or I can play Other songs? Yeah. I feel like this monthly thing, I think because it's more on a monthly schedule and it's such a, like, feels like a big thing because they do so much, is like one of the things I've been able to keep up with. That's the other thing is my schedule, evening shift means 4 to 12:30. Like 4 p.m. to 12:30 to 12 at night. Kind of 12:30. It depends. You have to like stay until the next person comes to take over. So I cannot hang out with anyone during the week. So if I'm gonna be social, it all has to happen on the weekend. And yeah, it just feels like at times if I'm really trying to balance social and work, just every day's full. So I have to figure out things. But and also sometimes I just want a break, you know. I have not moved to a different place yet. It's in the works. This is my childhood bedroom. I usually and the family's guest room. I'm usually in my my bedroom, but my brother's bedroom, it was his bedroom growing up, and I took it over when he went to school because it was bigger. So no, this isn't a different place, it's just a different room. But I have been looking for apartments and whatnot, so I may move to a different place soon. Although I might still do YouTube from here. My mom's like, you can always do YouTube, like you can do YouTube over here and whatnot. And she just wants reasons for me to come back. But that might honestly be better since I don't know how the neighbors will deal with guitar. Especially if I'm in a complex. So we'll see. You only get to be social online at conventions. Oh yeah, I remember I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, who like moved here recently, and they were like, and was talking about like they didn't have many friends yet, and I had to think about like why I had friends here, and I was like, I think all of my friends are like from either. Because I still live in my hometown, so I have friends from high school. Like I have a group of friends from high school, and I have friends from conventions. And without that, I wouldn't have any friends. Like everyone I know is either from my high school or from a convention. Well, not it. Oh, there's a couple of you from church, but yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. There's like 10 people here. I did do a Mad Lib, but I'm not sure we really have enough interaction. It's only 10:33. I feel like I've just been talking so much. I feel like it's been longer. Normally I stall a lot and I'm less good at talking. Oh, it's probably because I'm on a higher dose of ADD meds. Why am I thinking about this? Okay. But yeah. I don't know. People have any improv songs they want me to do? I also, a lot has happened. It's been a long time and I have a lot to talk about. And it's early. Although I am not actually that much of a morning person. I can be. It just takes me a while to get moving in the morning. But once I hit a certain point, I'm up. But not Vicodin. It's not an ADD med. I don't think. Isn't that a painkiller? Yeah. Okay. Well, I could play... You just clocked into work, but you're still sleepy. Yeah. I feel that. You don't know what that is, honestly. Well, then why'd you type it? Just type in random words into the chat. You don't know what they are. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, I think Vicodin is a painkiller because I think I was on it once for like wisdom teeth or something. I'm not actually sure that's how it's spelled. But who knows? All right. Does anyone have improv song suggestions for me? Or I could play one of my go-tos. I could play Buffering, although I don't think we're buffering yet. Or Weeaboo. Or I have not practiced much, so I'm sure Black Mage will come up with something if Black Mage ever shows up. But I'm sure people could suggest things that I will have no idea how to play anymore. No, I just said it was on a higher dose of ADD meds. I did not actually say any brand. So, and I have to practice a lot. You give me too much credit by thinking I would know how to play that song off the top of my head. I'd have to look up the guitar chords. But it's pretty, and it's gonna be stuck in my head now. She makes cute little sounds. This is just random. She makes cute little sounds. I mean, Jack makes cute little sounds too, although Jack's little sounds are grumbles, okay? Jackie is kind of an old man at this point, and when you pick him up, he's just like that's Jack's little sounds, and his bark is not cute. You guys haven't heard him bark much. It's a very shrill, small dog bark. It's not cute. Even though he is a bit more cuddly than that monster, but she makes cute little sounds all the time. She runs across the rooms and like announces herself and goes, and then her meow is very sweet. So you probably couldn't hear, but like I petted her and she was like, which is like I was like little glitter and squirrels. I'm gonna sing that wrong at a convention someday, and I'm gonna be like, damn it, Livestream. Oh, you almost got it all by yourself. Okay, here you go. Tiny arf arf. Jack's arf arf is very loud. Calico, where are you? You're behind me. Jack, come here. Bribe the animals with treats. Glitter. I could try glitter and swirls. I might as well try a song at some point, right? Stalling. Sort of. I feel like most of the time I'm stalling, and this time I actually had things to talk about. Well, Magical Girl Union song. Oh, wow. I should know. That one wasn't hard, but I don't think I know it that well because I only did it for the one video and I haven't practiced it since. I need to practice that one though because that'll be a fun one to sing at a con that's coming up. Oh, are you taking her spot by the window? Whatever. Then where are you going? Are you like, my treat's done? I don't have to stay up here anymore? Do I need to bribe you with another treat? I will play a couple songs and then I'll get the cat back. Hey, Steel Coin Man. It has Been a long time. Neko song! Oh, that would be appropriate. Oh, I have... I can't put that cattail on without, like, a skirt. I was like, there's a cattail right there. I was trying to think of where my ears were. They'd be in the other room. All right. Yeah, we did cover this a couple years, a couple streams ago, a couple years. Oh my God, what is time? Okay. I'll start with Magical Girls, because then I can redeem my, not Union, Glitter and Swirls, and, oh, last few months were really hard. Then I can redeem myself with songs I know better if it doesn't go well. Okay. Although Bob will be mad that I played Glitter and Swirls without them here. Oh yeah, that is a weird mix, come to think of it. Alright. See how this goes. I fought every type of hero, angels, lords, squads of police, but of all those who'd stand against me, there's a group I like the least. You see, right now I'm on a schedule. I just finished up the crime. There's an appointment I should head to, and I'm running short on time. When a voice cries, "Stop there, villain!" So I turn and face my foe and see a group of preteen girls. And I'm like, no, 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 please, no. Glitter and swirls, what can you do but shield your eyes as these prepubescent girls start twirling naked in the sky? Glitter and swirls, flashes of color, blinding lights, and so I'll wait until they're closed, blink the spots away and fight. They're always saying, don't look down on us, and yet they never act like pros. Come on, who shows up to a fight? Like, could you wait while I change clothes? And they can't all change together, that's too logical, and so I wait as one by one they change, which takes like half the episode. For their glitter and swirls, what can you do but shield your eyes as these prepubescent girls start twirling naked in the sky? Glitter and swirls, flashes of color, blinding lights, and so I wait until they're closed. I suppose it's time to fight. I'm so sick of hearing how they win because of love. If they win, it's because their high-pitched voices gave me a migraine, and their light show messed my vision up. And it's convenient how they wait so long, and then the moment I relax, the second that I drop my guard, they all get done and they attack. And though I stand there waiting patiently throughout the transformation scene, when I just want to monologue, none of those bitches wait for me. So send some other heroes, keep these stupid girls away from me. Been all around the world and still no sight ignites more hate in me than glitter and swirls. What can you do but shield your eyes as these prepubescent girls start twirling naked in the sky? Glitter and swirls, flashes of color, blinding lights, and so I wait until they're clothed. Then I suppose it's time to fight. Glitter and swirls deserve a music video. Did I say glitter and squirrels? You guys have messed me up permanently. I mean, maybe they have a squirrel as a fluffy animal sidekick. It's completely possible. Yeah. That didn't go. I did the same thing, Steel Coleman. So there's hope. Sorry. No. Part of the beginning of this live stream was me talking about how I had a job for a month and it really messed me up. And now I have a good job with benefits. So, no vacation though. Till next year. What's that? That's a little sad. Okay. I mean, well, one, they're a little flexible. You can swing some things, but you have to make it up. What job I had? I was doing marketing, and I know I'm sort of bad at keeping with my own social media, but I've done a lot of social media for clients before with the video editing. I was doing social media and marketing for a small Kickstarter. I don't want to give away their name or anything. They were a crystal selling company. But there were a lot of weird things about that job, and it was like a lot of weird things. So, yeah. Be nice. I heard that. Also, be nice. Come here. Come here, Jack. They're good most of the time, but sometimes I'll just like make eye contact and he'll be like, "Bed is mine now." I'm trying to avoid a confrontation on stream. Right? It's not that, like, it's not vicious or anything. He's never hurt her, and she doesn't. We were a little worried that she'd like claw him because she's right at his eye level, right? But she doesn't do that. She just hisses and runs away. She's a very sweet cat. Monster came back. Yeah, Tailipo. Oh, I should tell you about the Tailipo story. Maybe I'll play another few songs first. I should tell you why it's such a thing in my family and why her name is Tailipo. Because it is a weird name. But let's see. I said buffering. I also said Neko. The cat is back. I could do Neko. See if she handles it better than my brother's cat. But if I did Neko, I'd have to go find the props. And I see one is right over there. If I put that on, I'm going to have to keep it on for the rest of the stream, probably. And I think I know where the ears are, but I'd have to be like gone for like 5 minutes and everybody would leave. I think. I don't know. People promise me they stay if I go get changed for the Neko song. Yeah. You're like, I'll stay. Fine. My tail is right back here. It matches her tail. That's the other thing. I'm like, I've always gotten black cat ears and tails. All right, let me go see if I can find the ears and you'd stay. All right, okay, I'll try. I can at least like keep babbling off camera while I get the tail part, but then I'll have to leave the other room for the ears. Because they're in. And my brother's over room. Ah, Jesus. Just running into things. I have a very delicate setup for this live stream. I have to put a skirt on. Is this wow? Oh, it's okay. Weird. We'll pretend that this matches. It doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna go get the ears. I'm gonna be disappointed if I come back in and there's nobody there. This is what I get for writing a song where you have to be wearing certain things. Okay. Oh, no, the cat got down. Hi, cat. Come here. Hi. Oh, Fluff. Fluff monster. Okay. Stay over there. I'll give you another churro. Now I have to figure out how to navigate back with this tail because it's obnoxious. Also, I could not find the ears, although I made real quick makeshift ears because I had a piece of fuzzy black fabric. But, well, I do actually know where they are, but they're up in there. I just moved a bunch of cosplay stuff to, like, the attic. So yeah, I was like, Alvy, hey guys, you gonna get along? Taily Poke, no one can see you over there. Okay, so yeah, so I had a piece of fuzzy black fabric and I bobby pinned it, so it can be fake ears for a minute, and then this is my tail. But it's a cool tail, but it has wires that wrap around my legs. So I was like, I have to wear a skirt with it because otherwise you just see like obnoxious wires and duct tape. It works really well. It's an effective tail, but it doesn't look that good without like something to cover the wires. Taily, I have another one. I need you to get in like a better place for this song. Can you go by the window again? She's like, no, I will just stretch. Because I am a cat and I don't do what I'm supposed to. Okay. It's over here, Taily. Go get it. Come here. Let go. Yes, cute sounds. Yeah. Oh, don't. You have to be in the bed. Okay. Now there's a cat in the shot, sort of. Alright. I can sing the Deco song. Video quality is bad. Well, I can play the buffering song after this. Alright. Yeah. Now I'm a mermaid cat. I should have brought the tentacle kitty. Then my sea monster sea creature feline mix is complete. Oh, I know how this song goes. Actually, I know this one. I know how this one starts. All right. Well, I'm not quite normal. It's plain as can be. I'd hide it, but really, it's easy to see. But I'm not ashamed. Neko's part of my name. And being a part cat makes me me. So, look how cute I am. I have cat ears. Look how cute I am. See my tail. Look how cute I am. Not just in Japan, all over the world. We cute kitty girl Nekos prevail. Neko, neko, nya, nya, neko, neko, meow. 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 Being Neko is not always easy. There are rules to be taken to heart. Bells on our necks are adorable, but hairballs are going too far. Mice chasing's best left to pest control. You'll get sick eating tuna all day. If this hard Neko life starts to take its toll, we can cheer ourselves up when we say, look how cute I am. I have cat ears. Look how cute I am. See my tail. Look how cute I am. Not just in Japan, all over the world. We cute kitty girl Nekos prevail. Neko, neko, nya, nya, neko, neko, meow. 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 Neko, neko, nya, 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 Okay. That's the Neko song. I feel like that's one of the dumbest songs I've ever written, but it's fun. Hey. And now I have a Neko. Alright. I don't think these makeshift ears are gonna hold up very well. Should I leave them on? I'm leaving the tail on either way. It broke. Oh, thanks, Teddy. Yeah, I leave the tail on because it's hard to get on and off. I don't know about the ears. I guess I'll leave them on until they fall apart. They probably will fall apart by the end of this stream because it's really just a rolled up piece of fabric that I bobby pinned on my head. Because my cat ears are in the attic. And I forgot about that. I just moved them. Why would I move those? Oh, I moved all the cosplay stuff to the attic. That's right. Whatever. Okay. Buffering? I'm gonna have to wash this bed. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way of doing the churros to entice Taylipo onto the stream. Jack, Calico, come here. Jax also has a lot more room to spread out and get lost in the shot. Oh, thanks, Teddy. I think my voice has a decent amount of vibrato. I have more trouble turning it off. To be honest, because like sometimes like people want like that really like pure, straightforward tone, and I have trouble with that. But Alright. Since I might have broken for a second and Mark was having some trouble, along with that theme, I could sing buffering. Yeah, might as well do that. Okay. Oh, also, stalling before the buffering song. Right. What do people think of this live stream time? I made a couple posts about live streaming in my community page. Nobody saw them. So I put it on the Discord, which is I think why there's anybody here. I tried to like make a poll being like, should I do Saturday morning, should I do Sunday morning, or should I do Sunday evening? Those were like the three options because I really have to do it on the weekend now. But yeah, and not very many people responded to the poll, so I don't actually, Saturday morning was winning, but I don't know if that was really what's best for people or not yet still. Maybe, I think 10 might be a little early, maybe at 10:30. But yeah. All right. Buffering. Buffering. Okay. Wind the toy and watch it go. Plant a seed and watch it grow. Sky turns gray, so watch it snow. Play a video and watch it load. Focus all system functions on processing. Pause, let it catch up. Double check that you're connected. Maybe that's enough. Close all those other active downloads. Go outside for a run. In the time it takes to buffer, the video could have been done, but it's it's buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering, we want things at lightning speed to be there when we want or need. No waiting, no reaction time. We do not like to wait. Think of all that you could do while waiting for this to get done. That spinning a circle signifies that thing that we all hate. Maybe you should read a book. You know that books don't buffer. Maybe I should read a book. I wouldn't have to suffer. Maybe you should read a book. You know that books don't buffer. Maybe you should read a book. Or maybe refresh the page. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering. Plant a seed and watch it grow. Promised me you'd never go. Feelings I'm afraid to show. Push too hard. I'm buffering, just buffering, I'm buffering, I'm buffering, I'm buffering, it's buffering, it's buffering, plant a seed and watch it grow. Say goodbye and watch me buffering. Yeah, it's a buffering song. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You like Saturday morning. Cool. Saturday morning feels pretty good. I think. Yeah, Sunday morning's a little weird because I do, despite what I said in the poll, I do have church sometimes. My church doesn't care if I go every week, but and then but like, which is why I was like, I can do it Sunday morning. And then Sunday afternoon also works, but it's also a time when I'm more social because it feels like the end of my weekend. I know it's the end of everyone's weekend, but I don't have to go into work till 4 the next day. And I don't have a Friday, so I feel like Sunday is my Saturday. Well, I mean, I have a Friday, but you know what I mean. It's fine. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm gonna pretend you do. Okay. Right. Oh, did you guys want to find out why her name is Daily Poe? Okay. You sing along. Ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I'd love to have some background singers and harmonizers. That'd be fun. I do that too a lot. Like I love just harmonizing to random songs. I get bored just singing the same melody over and over again, so I'm always oh, you hadn't heard it? I feel like I play it all the time because I'm like, ha, stream's buffering. I have something to make this slightly less awkward. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't actually gonna read the story to you. I don't know the but I was gonna tell you the significance of this story and why we named the cat after it. So this story is called Daily Poe. Yeah. And it's an Appalachian folktale. And it is Appalachian, by the way. I always thought it was Appalachian. And then I went to look at schools, colleges in in that area, and they were like, no, Appalachian. I was like, okay. But yeah, it's and it runs sort of the same. It's a dark story. It runs sort of along the lines of, I don't know if people are familiar with the Big Toe, or there's a little theme of like with ghost stories about like stealing a body part from either like a dead body or a mysterious creature, or or finding a toe. And then that creature kind of gets revenge. So that's along the lines of the story Daily Poe. And so it's a cheesy little story about an old man who gets an old man who lives in the deep dark woods. Sorry, this story is so much of my childhood. Oh, and actually, with his dogs, Uno, Ino, and Conecuh Calico. Although Jack is not named after this story. We named him Calico Jack after a pirate. And one day he's starving or he's very hungry, and this creature comes into his house, and he cuts its tail off, and he cooks its tail, and he eats it. And then after that, there's a series of nights in which you'll hear like scratch, scratch, scratch at his door. And a voice saying, "You know, and I know, all I want is my taily po." And you know, it goes about how you think it goes. I don't know. I hated this story as a child because I was not into horror yet. I didn't like it. The spoiler alert, it does not end well, this story for the old man. I didn't like it. It traumatized me. And my dad found this hilarious. So my dad had this story on audio tape. And I have one very vivid memory of him turning the tape on and me just being like, "No, not today." And running up into this room, like childhood bedroom, right? And like hiding not quite under the bed, but like in between the wall and the bed, covering my ears, being like, "I do not want to hear this story." But we had a speaker system downstairs, right? And my dad just slowly turned the story up until you could hear it through the floor. I was so mad. So there were lots of things like that. He was always telling the story. He was always playing the story. I didn't like it. But I knew it by heart. I knew this story. My brother knew the story. We all knew the story. I used to draw my dad taily pose as presents. I would draw him, because the thing about taily pose, as they're described in the story, is this black creature with long pointy ears and a long bushy black tail and two fiery eyes. That's how they're described in the story. And so I would always draw him, like, because I knew he liked the story, even if I didn't like the story. So I'd draw him taily pose and blah, blah, blah. And then it really, it was a classic in the family already. But it really became like a classic and a joke the year I went camping. I went camping on the church camping trip. And can you read us the story? I can. Sure. I can read you the story. This got very weird. I feel like that's probably some kind of copyright violation, but well, there was a lot of like stories got better with their licensing over the pandemic, children's stories, but more for like nonprofits and stuff. I mean, I don't think people care in a live stream that 11 people are watching. I don't quite know the legality of reading the story, but fine. 11 people are watching. I don't think they're gonna sue me. It's probably a good advertisement because the illustrations are so cute. Anyways. I'll read the story after I finish the tale. But it became truly a family classic when I went camping for the first time. I was a little child. With the church camping trip, right? So me and my mom, I think my dad was there that year. I think he like stayed in a hotel because he's a very outdoorsy man, but like as far as kayaking, boating, whatever, but he's like, "I'm not gonna sleep in a tent." So, but we were in the tents and he was in a hotel very nearby. But anyways, I went on this camping trip and I made friends with this young girl about my age named Samantha. And we decided we could have a sleepover. Samantha had her own tent, had her little like kids tent. We decided we could have a sleepover in a little kids tent. I don't think there was, I think maybe it was just me and her. There might have been another kid there. I'm not sure. I only really remember Samantha being there. but I also feel like I told the story to more than one person. So we decided to tell ghost stories because that's what you do when you're camping. And even though I didn't like horror stories and whatnot, I was like, sure, we'll tell ghost stories. This was the only ghost story I knew. And I knew it at the time. I knew it by heart. And, you know, I knew how they said it on the audio tape. I knew everything about this story, despite not particularly liking it. And so I told the story. And I apparently did a pretty good job because Samantha started crying and had to go sleep with her mom. And I was a very empathetic kid. I got more upset when I hurt someone else than when I got hurt. So she was crying, I was crying. It was a mess. And my dad was so proud of me. I was traumatized. I was like, I upset this little girl. My dad was so happy. I mean, you know, me and Samantha reconciled in the morning. It was like, it's okay, you didn't steal the tail, and it's probably not real anyway. Like, I vividly remember this conversation of being like, I think you're fine. I don't think he's gonna come after you. But yeah, so my dad was so proud of me. Tailypo is still a classic and family for years. We got my dad we even got my dad a stuffed Tailypo. Well, we didn't get, they don't sell stuffed Tailypos. We made a stuffed Tailypo for my dad. And yeah, for one of his birthdays or something. Like, I thought it'd be a fun idea. We did it, and he still has it. He had it on his office at work for a while. And now, of course, he works from home. But yeah, so that's why I scared a kid as a kid. The story scared me, and I used it to scare someone else. Oh, thanks, Mom. This is props. This is the stuffed Tailypo that we made for my dad. It was very awkward. We didn't know what we were doing sewing plushies. He was a big butt. This stuffed Tailypo. Right. And so when we got this cat, she was not named Tailypo. She's a year old, by the way. She is a youngish cat. A year and a couple months. We just fell in love with this cat. We weren't thinking about Tailypos. And the day we brought her home, because me and my mom had gone to see the cat, and her name was Nova initially, which is a very cute name too. But I already have a friend whose cat's name is Nova, and so we were trying to figure out something else to name her, and we were bringing her home, but my dad had only seen pictures and whatnot, and I think my dad, I mean, we still might get another dog at some point, but not super soon. I think my dad was a little sad that we weren't getting a dog, and blah blah blah, and I offhandedly remarked, Dad, if we bring this cat home, she has a big fluffy tail. You can say that we have a Tailypo. And then my mom was like, oh my god, we have to name the cat Tailypo. I just made a joke. But yeah, so now the cat's name is Tailypo. Yeah, Mama Kepner was watching. So yes, this is the Tailypo we made for my dad, and this is the Tailypo we brought home from the kitty lounge. Yeah. So. And even though it describes the Tailypo as having fiery eyes, so we gave it orange eyes on the plush, right? It has yellow eyes in the illustrations. And a big bushy tail. And this monster, who's gonna get so mad at me if I pick her up, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. Let go of the blanket, please. You're so cute, and so don't like this. She has bright yellow eyes too, and a long bushy tail from the and the long bushy tail. Okay. From the story. So yeah. And you guys want me to read the Taglipo? I guess after all that build up, I probably should. It's not a happy story, and sometimes I'm like, why we named our cat after something so dark? Because in the story, the Taglipo gets their tail chopped off, right? And we love her tail. It's so cute. But it's a story, and it's really sentimental for our family. So don't think too hard about the implications behind the name Taglipo. It's just what we named our cat. The creature is considered a Taglipo too, even though the tail is a Taglipo. That's what the creature calls. They call the creature that people who talk about the story call the creature the Taglipo, even though the creature calls its tail Taglipo. All right. We want to read this story. We have to try to show you the illustrations too. Is that what has to happen? Because I did not set up my camera with this in mind. Taglipo. A ghost story. Told in the audiobook, I guess, by Joanna Galdone and illustrated by Paul Galdone. Oh, they're a couple. There's things I didn't notice. Yeah, Monkey's Paw too. It's the same type of story. There's things I didn't notice about this as a kid. Okay, I'll stop annotating and just read it. Okay. A long time ago, an old man lived by himself in the deep, big woods. His cabin had only one room, and that room was his parlor, his bedroom, his dining room, and his kitchen too. Do you guys want to see the pictures? Okay, I'll take it seriously. The old man had 3 dogs. One was called Uno, one was called Ino, and one was called Come to Go Calico. One day, the man decided to go hunting and catch something for his supper. Here, 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 he shouted to his dogs, and they came bounding off the porch, eager for a chase. 3 dogs. After many hours of hunting, the wind began to blow hard from the valley. It will be dark soon, the old man said, and all we've caught is this skinny rabbit. He headed home, afraid he might go to bed hungry that night. The old man cooked and ate the rabbit and gave the bones to the dogs. Then he leaned back in his chair and watched the moon as it rose big and full. The wind whistled around the cabin. Welcome back to elementary school. Just as the old man was about to doze off, a most curious creature crept through a crack between the logs in the walls. It had a big, long, furry tail. As soon as the man saw the varmint, he reached for his hatchet, and with one lick he cut off its tail. Before the man could raise his hatchet a second time, the creature slipped out through the crack and ran away. The old man was still hungry, so he took that big, long tail, cooked it, and ate it. After that, he stuffed up the crack in the wall and went to bed. His stomach was full, and he felt so warm and snug that before he knew it, he was asleep. I don't think you can see these pictures very well. The old man hadn't been asleep very long when he woke up. Something was climbing up the side of his cabin. It sounded like a cat. Scratch, scratch, scratch. "Who's that?" the old man said. He lay still and listened, and after a while he heard a voice say, Taily-po, Taily-po, all I want is my Taily-po. The scratching went on, and the old man began to shiver and shake. Then he remembered his dogs. He went to the door and called, "Here, here, here!" The dogs came piling out from under the porch, and with their noses to the ground, they chased that thing into the deep, big woods. The old man pulled his covers tightly around him and went back to sleep. In the middle of the night, he woke again. Now he heard something trying to get in, right above his cabin door. "Who's that?" he called. "And what do you want at this time of night, when all good folks should be in bed?" He listened, and he could hear it going. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Then he heard the voice say, "Taily-po, Taily-po, I'm coming to get my Taily-po." Let's see this. I gotta scooch up. There you go. There. That's a little better. He's in a bed. The old man was so scared he couldn't stand up, so he called his dogs from the bed. "Uno, Ino, come to go Calico, here, here, here!" And those dogs came bursting around the corner of the cabin. They caught up with that wild thing at the gate and tore the whole fence down trying to get at it. Then they chased it into the swamp. At last, all was quiet. With a weary sigh, the man went back to sleep. Toward morning, something down in the swamp woke up the old man. First he thought it was the wind blowing louder than usual, but he listened again. He heard that voice crying, "You know and I know, all I want is my Taily-po." Just a swamp picture. The old man called his dogs, "Here, here, here! Uno, Ino, come to go Calico." This time the dogs didn't come. The old man ran outside into the moonlight and called again, "Here, dogs, here, here, here!" But there was no trace of them. There was just the sound of the wind blowing around the torn-down fence. That thing had led the dogs way off into the swamp and lost them. Sadly, the man went back inside the cabin and shut and barred the door. Then he went back to bed. Just before daylight, the old man opened his eyes, the way people do when they feel there's something else in the room. Something was stirring among the pots and pans. Then something that sounded like a cat began climbing up at the covers of the foot at the bed. The man listened and heard it. Scratch, scratch, scratch. He looked over the foot of his bed and saw 2 pointed ears. Then he saw 2 big, round, fiery eyes staring at him. The man wanted to call for help, but he was too scared. Taily-po at the bed. The old thing, that thing, kept creeping up until it was right next to the old man. Then in a low voice, "You know and I know that I'm here to get my Taily-po." The man sat up and pulled the covers over his head. All at once he got his voice and he said, "I haven't got your Taily-po." "Yes, you have," said the thing. "Yes, you have." And it jumped on top of that man and scratched everything to pieces. Now, there's nothing left of the old man's cabin in the deep, big woods, except the chimney. But folk who live in the valley say that when the moon shines and the wind blows, you can hear a voice say, "Taily-po, Taily-po. Now I've got my Taily-po." The end. Yeah, that's the Taily-po story. It's a little bit dark. You know, it's a ghost story. Now we have a Taily-po. Oh, also with the camping trip, I remember specifically, so when my dad tortured me with that story as a child, I was still kind of like anything where someone died scared me too. So I remember being like the line, the creature ripped everything to pieces, that line at the end. I remember asking my parents, being like, when you say everything, do you mean that he ripped up the old man too? He tore the old man to pieces? And they were just like, yep. And so that didn't help my being traumatized by the story. And I remember specifically, because I felt like as a kid, I felt like it wasn't clear until you asked that the old man was ripped to pieces. So I remember when I retold that story at the camping trip, I specifically remember looking at Samantha and saying, "And he ripped everything, including the old man, to pieces." So, I felt like that was a clarification needed as a kid. Yeah, that was the Taily-po story. My cat's name is Taily-po. I'm surprised so many people stuck around for the whole story. It was longer than I remembered it. All right. I don't think we have enough people for a real Mad Lib. But I think I should probably just play another song or two and then call the stream quit. How long has it been going? Oh, it's been an hour. Yeah, now you know the full story that I was alluding to. So. Well, ghost story, horror story. I mean, to be fair, it does say it's a ghost story. I don't know that it's more of like a creature cryptid thing, Taily-po is. I don't know if it's really a ghost, but even though they say on the cover that it's a ghost story, so I'm not getting it out of nowhere. But yeah, it's more of like a spooky little creature that, you know, is a little animal that talks. So there's something supernatural going on there. Oh, guys gonna look out the window together. Yeah. No, scary folktales are a lot of fun. And I really like horror now. I have trouble taking that story seriously just because it's so much my childhood. Also, I've never read a story on stream before, and I was like, this feels like I'm babysitting. Which is a interesting feeling on stream. It's like, but oh, Haley left. Oh, she didn't leave. She's behind me. Yeah, so she's Taily-po. Call her Taily a lot. It is really fun though. Whenever like you can't find the cat, you're just like, Taily-po, Taily-po, where is my Taily-po? And it cracks me up. It cracks my family up. If nobody else. And she's our cat, so we can do inside jokes for ourselves. Although I just let you all in on the inside joke, so I don't know if it's inside anymore. Oh yeah. Spooky stories around the campfire are pretty great. No. Don't bark, please. See, the window is cracked so they can hear sounds from outside because I knew that would entice the cat to actually stay by the window. But my dog is like, I hear neighbors. What are they doing in the yard? So. Yeah. That might be most of my things to talk about. Anybody have any song ideas? I mean, if you want to think of it as babysitting, sure. I don't know that I can effectively stop you guys from getting into trouble, though, so. Which might be the job of a babysitter. Especially turning around the pages to show the camera cracked me up. I was just like, this is a thing you do when you are reading a story to a group of little kids. So, songs. Did people suggest any other songs earlier on? Well, I know they suggested Magical Girls Got to Join a Union, but I don't know that one well enough. I'm gonna gather. I could always just play Weeaboo or explaining anime. Oh, I also... You guys haven't seen Skylar much. I did grab a picture of Skylar. It's on the ground, because of course it is. I don't know if it's like weird to show people pictures of like animals that have passed on, but I was like, I'm talking about the pets, so I might as well. Okay. Yeah. I have a table right here. It's a very narrow spot to spin over. So since we were showing, this was Skylar. He is a cute little fluff ball. Yeah. 4-pound dog. He's all fluff. Yeah. I mean, Taylor's a lot of fluff, but she has at least like 7 pounds of animal under there. It was like, you like the Yandere song? I could do Yandere. Oh. A very spooky morning. Not very, but like, yeah. Okay. I know, there's neighbors. Oh, the neighbors might actually be able to hear me singing. And the Yandere song is the Yandere song. But whatever. You know. I was like, oh yeah, the window's open. Oh well, let's scare my neighbors. Okay. Once again, yandere is a trope. Not endorsing this type of behavior. But yeah. But I can write a song from the point of view from a yandere character. And if anybody does know, which there's only 8 people here, so I assume y'all know, but yandere are the characters in anime that start off and they seem really sweet, and then they're like secretly have very violent tendencies, especially towards the person that they love, and they're very possessive and whatnot. And it's a very tropey way though, and you know, it's the way of turning the cute little girl characters evil. And yeah, and Jan, there's lots of dere types, and they all have like the word yandere is like dere means like lovey-dovey, and yan means sick, I believe. So yeah, that's the little exposition. My love, do you need anything? I mean anything at all for you. Love, I would do anything, no matter how big or how small. For love, if there is anything that I can do for love, I will. If that means making you a bento box every single day, or if that means that there's someone I should kill, those other girls who are in your life have no place standing by your side. If I did make them disappear, I'm sure that no one here would mind. Run, will you run? Should you run away? You can't escape the love of a yandere. Crazy, I'll admit I'm crazy, crazed by love for you, but everything will be okay. Just say you love me too. I am a girl who's always true, with so much love inside my heart, that when I fell in love with you, I knew 'twas not till death that we'd part. Run, will you run? Should you run away? You can't escape the love of a yandere. Yandere, quite contrary, how's your garden grow? Sippers laughed and shed as I cut off his head for staring at pretty maids so. Yandere, quite contrary, how's your garden grow? Well, it's made of love, but it's fed with the blood of those pretty maids all in a row. Run, will you run? Should you run away? You can't escape the love of a yandere. Yep, that's the yandere song. My neighbors are now quiet. Oh dear. Hey, kitty, come here. Maybe they went back inside. Hey, hey, Fluffball. Nice. Oh, girl. Hey, Jack. Okay. Yes. Yeah. You know, is a super well-known yandere. All right. Oh, I don't know what my neighbors think of me. I know for a while I had blue hair, right? Well, I had like the ends of my hair were blue. And I know there was like one summer where the kids in the neighborhood took to like calling me Blueberry Lady. And I feel like they thought it was an insult, and I was just like, okay. So yeah, it's like, okay, I'll be Blueberry Lady for the summer. I think they've forgotten that by now. But Yeah. All right. Well, unless people have more song suggestions, I think this has been a pretty good stream, and this feels like a pretty good time to wrap it up. It was really fun to catch up with everyone. I do have some songs in the work. I don't know if I want to commit to getting it out next weekend. But, when we were singing dark songs, I did just, in my rage over the job and whatnot, I wrote a really dark little song that's like, I feel like it's funny because it sounds and it doesn't sound nice, but it's so out of character, like, for me, that I was like, I probably shouldn't put this on my channel or do anything with it. But it was just like one of those like melody things that was going through my head, and I was singing to myself in the car, and I like, I feel like it's, I don't know that it's funny, but no, it's not like it's a mean song, I guess. It's not like it's just out of character. But it's stuck in my head and I haven't been able to let go of it. Discord only song. I mean, I feel like if I put it here now, it would be a pretty exclusive song. And it's not gonna offend anyone. Well, I don't think any of my old employers watch my channel or anything. And they wouldn't know it was about them. It's just angry, and I'm not usually angry. But I also think that's was part of the song, was like, I have these feelings and I don't know what to do with them, so I'm gonna write a little song about being really mad. And I was messing around with it this morning, and I could play it, but I feel like, and I like the song, which is why I want to play it, but it just feels so out of character. I don't know, and I don't know if I'll get the last words right anyway, because I don't know if I should, what I'm trying to figure out is if I should make an actual video with this song and whatnot. But it feels out of place on my channel. I don't know. It might not be that out of place. It's not a rock song. I feel like that's why the song amuses me, because it sounds very sweet, but it's just mean. Be down to hear it. I feel like all this build up and you guys are gonna be so disappointed by the song. It's so simple. I'm just like, these thoughts are than I normally have. And I also have to add more chords into it to make it cooler a little, although maybe the simplicity is good. Right now it's oh, okay, I should just do it. All right. Let's see if I even know how the last verses go yet. It's just a little redundant. Angry song. Hey, I don't wish you dead. I just kind of wish we'd never met. And the fact that there are people like you out there in the wider world's a fact I sort of wish I could forget. Hey, I don't wish you dead, but I can't say I wish you much success. of wish you'd disappear, and I would never have to hear about the things you thought or did or said. Still, I don't wish you dead. Hey, I don't wish you dead. But after everything you did and said, the fact that I don't wish that you were rotting 6 feet underground is underground's as charitable. Yeah. The fact that I don't wish that you were rotting 6 feet underground is as charitable as I can get. Wow. Yeah, so that's my song. It's so dumb. It's so simple. It sounds happy, but it's a song. I don't. See, feel out of place on my channel. I don't know, but I like it, and I keep singing it to myself, which is probably a bad thing. Okay. Nobody's even commenting now. I'm scared. Teddy likes it. Yeah. What do you think? Should I make it a real song? Should I like flesh it out and do more things with it? Nothing to do with anime. Okay. I feel like that's a weird note to end on. It's like, it has legs. Okay, thanks. I mean, it's a song that happened. I feel like sometimes there's some songs I like have to force out, and some songs just happen. And that one just happened. So, okay. I feel like it's probably about time to end the stream. I guess I'll sing Weeaboo. I'll sing Weeaboo and then I'll close the stream. Okay. I can't believe I wore these, like, this for the whole stream. I mean, I guess lots of people wear cat ears for the whole streams. See, she makes cute sounds. I don't know if you could hear that, but I think it's cute. I don't know what the camera picks up. All right. Thank you so much. This was fun. Hopefully, if I continue to stream and post on Saturday, we can get more people here in the morning. But yeah, I feel like this time actually works pretty well. So I like it. And the next time, if we get more people, we can do the Mad Lib. Okay. It was a pretty cat. I have a cat. I haven't had a cat since I was like 12. She also likes me more than my childhood cats did. I chased around the cats as a toddler and they never forgave me. I'm like, there's a cat. It likes me. So exciting. Okay. It was a pretty cat themed live stream, but she's a cute cat. I don't know. This is a song for the obsessive fool, a song for the kid who wears cat ears to school. It's ironic, right? If imitating anime badly is all that you do, this is a song for you. This is a song for the weeaboo. They're the wannabe Japanese. They speak a language called Japanese, and they wish that you would call them otaku. It's a song of weeaboo. I'm terrified, I see them and I run and hide. Konnichiwa, go minasai, please leave me alone. Once they formed a sneak attack, I bought the flights, I helped them pack. Japan refused and sent them back. Why, oh why? 'Cause it's a song for the weeaboo. They're the wannabe Japanese. They speak a language called Japanese, and they wish that you would call them otaku. It's a song for the weeaboo. They're the ones with the evil plan to turn America into Japan, and they end every sentence with desu. Desu, 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 desu. High on poppy, drunk on sake, crazy weeaboo, go out stalking weeaboo when they are high. See every object as kawaii, watching Yaoi, reading Yuri, being best friends with a furry. Catch them all, the great achievement ninja shouting out, believe it, I don't wanna be a weeaboo. I will not be of the species that calls every cute guy species and ends every sentence with desu. Desu, 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 desu. And I'm afraid I have made you angry. There's a weeaboo in the corner there, glaring like they want to hang me. And can I just tell you that this song was all in fun? So please, put away your death note. Alright, thank you so much for the stream. This was a fun way to start the morning. I hope you had fun too. For everyone who was able to show up, and I will try to get some songs out pretty soon. There's definitely some I've had in the works for a while, and you know, I'm watching some funny anime lately, so yeah, so there's a reason to write. Okay, yeah, Taylor's like usually gets a snack around this time, even though she's had a bunch of snacks during this stream, so she's like, I want to go downstairs and get my snack. Okay, so yeah, she has a very cute meow. All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon. I won't let it go forever again. No, I want to start getting like a regular posting schedule on the weekends. So yeah, see you soon. Thank you so much. Thanks, Teddy. All right, bye everyone. Vibrato today. I have to like find the button is on the other side. Just gonna awkwardly let you see my computer for a minute and stops the stream.